So this week we are going to go over burdock. Now, if you don't know what burdock is right off, I actually am going to post a picture of what it is in the comments here after I'm done. Everything is dead here as it's the middle of winter, and so I don't have like a live flower or a live bush that you can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to post a picture of it here in the comments. Most of you will know what it is as soon as I post the picture. The burdock vines basically have like this ball that's about this big, and it has spiky things all over it. So if any of you hike or if any of you are hunters, you will know exactly what I'm talking about when I post this picture, because these things are awful and they are such a nuisance. But they are very good in spell work. So this is what my burdock root looks like. I have the root that I have dried and chopped up. I also use this for tea. It's actually very safe to use in drinks. So I use this as one of my ingredients for tea, and I also use it in my spell work. So some of the things that burdock is good for is purification, binding spells, it adds power to other spells, protection, and healing. So some of the ways that you can use burdock in your craft is you can use in binding spells to hinder an undesirable outcome. So like I was saying, the burdock little balls have like pointy, sticky things all over them. Anything that has like spines or thorns or like protrudence that latch onto you are very good to use in binding spells, because it binds that person for your desirable outcome, depending on whatever that may be. You can cast around the home to ward off negativity. So with the burdock root, you can just sprinkle it around everywhere. I usually do mine outside the home. I'll do it right around like my foundation. I'll just sprinkle it all over. And that just helps ward off negativity, negative people, negative energies, anything that you don't want in your home. Obviously you have to give it that intent and then sprinkle it around, and that helps. You can string dried pieces of roots like beads to protect against evil and negativity. So like I said, these little roots, or these little pieces of dried root, let me find a bigger piece, are pretty hard once they are dried. So I'm going to blow out that candle so I don't catch myself on fire. But this is what they look like. See, they look just like little beads. So you can use those in a necklace if you want to. You can use them in like charm sachets if you want to use a charm sachet. I have a couple pieces of burdock root on my vulva beads that I wear whenever I do ritual. And when I do, ritual dress and everything, I have some of this burdock root strung in between my beads for my dress. So that's always an option. You can burn as an incense for protection. Now, burdock root, the root part of it is very big. So it's probably about this big around, and sometimes they can get to be about this long. So there's a lot of it whenever you find it and are able to uproot it. But the leaves are also really big. So the leaves can be sometimes, be this wide and sometimes get up to this long. So you can write wishes on burdock leaves and burn them to make them come true. Now, obviously, you'd want to use a smaller leaf for, you know, things like that. But you can use, you know, the leaves are really big, so you can use them for a lot of different things. You can steep burdock in water with rosemary, hyssop, lemon balm, and lavender to make a cleansing floor wash. Now, I've gone over floor washes a couple times with some of the other herbs that I've previously done, and I absolutely love doing floor washes and window washes. So you'll see as I keep doing these, I use a lot of herbs whenever I clean all the time, and especially if I have a particular purpose for floor washes. But you'll see I do a lot of floor wash stuff, so there's going to be a bunch of ingredients that you guys are going to hear about that I use for floor washes, and you can pick and choose whatever you want, whatever you have on hand, whatever speaks to you as far as a floor wash. You don't necessarily have to do everything that I do exactly how I do it. These are just examples of how I use things. So how you use things may be a little bit different, and that is absolutely okay. All right, so you can use the leaves as outdoor offering plates. So like I said, sometimes they can get pretty wide and they get pretty tall. And they make great offering plates if you don't want to lug, your glass plates like I've got here, or if you have materials that you're using that aren't necessarily biodegradable, you can use those burdock leaves as offering plates. You can also use the large leaves as a veil for rituals. So, like I said, if you are doing a ritual and you are leaving things, particularly in the woods, that you do not want to bring back, or that are not biodegradable, you can use those leaves as a veil, as a shroud, as a face covering, depending on what your intention is. You can add burdock to your bath water for a spiritual cleansing. Now, bath, cleansings, I do them pretty often. You can use a lot of pretty much any herb that you want to, you can use in bath cleansings. You just pick the herb that speaks to you or that has a specific purpose, and you just throw it in your bath water and just meditate on it, chill out in it, and it just helps purify and cleanse all the negative energy, bad feelings. It just really helps cleanse and chill out your soul. All right, so that is all I have for burdock root this week. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. As always, please comment and let me know how you use burdock, or if you use burdock. And as always, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.